How did furries ruin The Bad Guys? The Bad Guys is a crime comedy film loosely based on the children's book series of the same name by Aaron Blabey, created by DreamWorks Animations and distributed by Universal Pictures. It tells the story of a group of criminal animals who pretend to reform themselves as model citizens, only for the leader to find himself genuinely drawn to changing his ways after a new villain has his plans. In Los Angeles, where anthropomorphic animals and humans coexist, The Bad Guys, a gang of notorious criminal animals bedded by cool-headed Mr. Wolf, commit brazen crimes to successfully evade the authorities due to public perception of them as inherently bad animals since they committed many crimes. After being sold on live television at Governor Washington, Mr. Wolf convinced the gang to steal a valuable whale called the Golden Dolphin from guinea pig philanthropist Rupert Marmalade IV during his inauguration at the gala. During the heist, Mr. Wolf uses his free time to pickpocket people, but inadvertently helps out an elderly woman and is praised for his good deed, finding himself impacted by his wrongdoing. After the gang is exposed and arrested, Wolf persuades Marmalade, with Washington's approval, to reform them, taking advantage of the pretense to steal the award again. Marmalade invites the bad guy to his home, but his lessons struggle with them, seemingly unable to learn the concept of good behavior. After a heist for good to rescue guinea pigs from a research lab fails due to Wolf's second command, Mr. Snake, eating them, Washington decides to call off the experiment but relents when Wolf confesses that he despises being hated for his species, with Washington admitting that she understands and that she has hope for him. Wolf contemplates about the matter and finds himself rescuing a child from a tree, which Marmalade records and publishes, turning the public image of the bad guys around. Snake, however, fears that he's losing touch with his friend. When the bad guys execute a new heist to steal the award again, Wolf can't seem to bring himself to finish it. Suddenly, the meteor on display is stolen, causing the bad guys to be blamed for the theft. When the gang is arrested again, Marmalade meets with them in private and reveals that he stole the meteorite and disguised himself as the old lady Wolf helped earlier to manipulate the gang into taking the blame, while Foxton suspects Marmalade. In prison, Wolf explains to the gang that he doesn't want to be a criminal anymore and that they can be better. Snake, however, refuses, saying that the world will never change to see them as less than monsters. Wolf yells at them for his stubbornness, infuriating Snake into attacking him until the Crimson Paw, a notorious criminal, rescues them, revealing herself as Washington, who reformed when she attempted to steal the Golden Dolphin herself. Upon reaching safety, the bad guys, including a bitter Snake, abandon Wolf for betraying them. When they return to their hideout, they find it completely empty of their loot, as Wolf revealed its location to Washington earlier as a compensation for their crimes. After Snake willingly gives Shark his last possession out of kindness, the other bad guys realize they can change their ways and proceed to help Wolf. Snake, however, denies it and abandons them to ally with Marmalade, who plans to use the meteorite to power a mind control device and hypnotize it, arming guinea pigs to robbing charity funds. Wolf and Foxton, meanwhile, break into Marmalade's home to steal the meteorite, only to be captured by Marmalade and Snake. Before they can finish off the two, they are rescued by the remainder of the bad guys. They then take the meteorite and succeed to foil with Marmalade's plans. After a hectic effort, the bad guys mod at the police station turn the meteorite until they decide to go after Snake and bring him back, despite his apparent betrayal. During the chase, Marmalade betrays Snake as an advantage, and the bad guys risk their lives to save him, arguing Marmalade for his safety in exchange for the meteorite. After rescuing Snake and destroying Marmalade's mind control helmet, the bad guys surrender themselves to the authorities to prevent Foxton from revealing a former criminal past. Marmalade attempts to take credit for recovering the meteorite, but it's revealed to be a fake planted by a secretly redeemed Snake, having destroyed the Run, which finally implodes along with the mansion from afar, revealing him as a thief. When the fake meteorite falls on Marmalade, a diamond he stole from Foxton falls out, which the authorities recognize as being the one stolen by the Crimson Paw years ago. As a result, Marmalade is framed, destroying his reputation and leading to his arrest. 1 year later, the bad guys are released from prison and later their good behavior, partnering up with Foxton to begin their new fine careers. Rolling Stone published an article titled, "When we get to see Mr. Wolf's penis?" While some furries are losing it for the bad guys, on April 22nd, hours after the film was released in the United States. H. Dixon writes about the wolf's masculine appearance and wardrobe, referring to him as the classic American sex symbol. Since Mr. Wolf is an anthropomorphic animal, many people posting about him are furries. Almost immediately after the trailer was published late last year, furries gravitated to the film, and Mr. Wolf in particular. On TikTok, the hashtag #TheBadGuys has nearly 100 million views, with the top videos being suggestive fan edits of the character. There are more than 1,000 fan art pieces of the film on E621, a not safe for work furry art site, most of which feature masculine Mr. Wolf and suggestive poses with powerful fox by Aunt Foxington or Mr. Shark. One tweet with more than 6,000 likes features an anthropomorphic wolf sniffing Mr. Wolf's car seat. Furries on Fur Affinity have also started comparisons to Mr. Wolf and Nick Wilde, the deceitful fox character of Zootopia, who's prevalent in furry fan art at cons. Nearly 10% of all tweets in reply to DreamWorks' Bad Guys trailer include the word furry, according to TrendsMap data. The film primarily targeted at families and children, but despite not explicitly targeting furries, it throws in adult jokes. One of these was when Mr. Wolf perks his ears out of being called a good boy, which he interpreted as a natural canine reaction or was a praise king according to some furries. It's not uncommon for furries to look at mainstream entertainment for inspiration for fan art, going back to Disney's Robin Hood, an unofficial furry classic. Most furries remember Zootopia's marketing, including shirtless dancing buff tigers, tying to the fandom's appreciation of masculine characters. The fandom is at the center of LGBTQ plus people and is one of the few places where this community is a representation in media. While it's common for any masculine anthropomorphic character to be immediately subject of suggestive fan art due to Mr. Wolf being older and a daddy type to many furries, it hasn't been faster than normal. Despite this, not everyone adores Mr. Wolf in a sexual aspect. Some appreciate his charming personality, generally appealing design, and clean artistic style. Within the fandom, there's an open question as to if DreamWorks and other film companies are worthy of a large furry audience, or whether they're implicitly trying to target them in the first place. The speculation was rampant among the release of Zootopia in 2016, a film entirely about anthropomorphized creatures. The furry suspicions were confirmed when BuzzFeed News reported to a representative from Walt Disney Studios had reached out to a furry fan organization encouraging them to promote the film on social media. There has been some debate in the fandom of how harmless the practice is, or whether it's furry baiting, without accepting the furry audience. Many furries deny this case, and the character design of the film is visually appealing for everyone. Others, like me, are skeptical. I believe that DreamWorks saw the sets of Disney's Zootopia and tried to replicate it for the film, which all resulted in success. However, this isn't downright proof this is what DreamWorks did. There would need to be more evidence to prove that DreamWorks is trying to appeal to an adult furry demographic. While the type of audience baiting isn't inherently bad or comparable to LGBTQ baiting, it reflects the large absence of LGBTQ plus representation in mainstream media in general. If you want to see another realm turning red relates to furries, check out The Ending Does That.